Can you imagine seeing children like on a playground, maybe a little girl with the beautiful little shoes and folded socks and a yellow dress and pigtails, just having the biggest time, and she's out on a battlefield, not even aware that there are mines, landmines all around her and bombs fixing to blast all over. That reminds me of the picture of so many Christians. They're on the battlefield ignorantly.
I hate feeling like this. I'm so tired of trying to fight this. I'm asleep and all I dream of is waking to you. Tell me that you will listen.
You can tell it by their prayerlessness. You can tell it by their lack of passion for God. You can tell it by their abandonment of God's Word. Listen, when you get in the kingdom is not a playground, it is a battlefield. And the worst thing that can happen is to be standing on the battlefield ignorantly while you think you're safe, and you don't understand if you don't suit up every day, if you don't put on the whole armor every day, if you don't pull out the sword of the Spirit every day, you can't afford to get lax. You can't afford to get laid back. You can't afford to get casual in your walk with Jesus. We are in a battle. And I'm going to tell you, when that battle hits, you don't have time to search for your stuff. When that battle hits, you better be prepared. You better be suited up. You better be prayed up. You better be fired up. You better be praised up. You better be anointed up.
Comatose. I'll never wake up without an overdose of you.
God will never promote His people until He first finds an enemy to qualify them for that promotion. You see, David would still be a shepherd boy in history had there not been a Goliath. Listen to me. Your enemies can do more to catapult you and to rocket you to victory and success and to a new level than your friends can ever help you with. When God chooses the enemy that is connected to your destiny, listen, He doesn't match it to your size. He matches your enemy to the size of your destiny.
Another night I sit alone. Another night my heart is so heavy. I can't believe that it's beating on its own. I know you tell me to be glad when trials come to me, but instead I always question.
So your enemy is the size of your enemy is a clue to the size of your promotion. The size of the problems that you're fighting is a clue to the size of the victory that God has awaiting you if you will win.
And I will praise and give you thanks.
The Lord spoke to my heart about this. And He said to tell some of you that the reason that the battles you struggle with today seem to be greater than the ones in the past is when you first got saved, you were just fighting for you. You're just fighting to try to stay saved. You're just fighting, trying to get victory over your flesh. But as you walk with the Lord a few years, as you go with God a few years, let me tell you what happens. The battles intensify. David went from a bear to a lion to Goliath, but in 2 Samuel chapter 5, he was in the valley of Rephaim, which is the valley of giants. It's not one Goliath, it's a whole valley of them.
Seems like the ones I love the most, when I am needing their affection, they're never there, and I'm left all alone. I know you tell me to be glad when trials come to me, but instead I always question if you love me at all. But I know you know me, Jesus.
And the reason is you're not just fighting for yourself now. There are some things that we can conquer that will cause future generations to not have to deal with. You say, why should I fight this thing, this habit, this flesh, this addiction? Because if you conquer it, it can break that power off of future generations in your family. Some of you are first generation Christians, and the things that you're wrestling with right now is not just about you getting the victory and going to heaven, but the truth is you are wrestling for future generations. You are not only breaking the power of that spirit off of your life, but you're breaking it off of your children and your children's children for the glory of God. Give God a praise right there. When you get in the kingdom, the kingdom is not a playground, it is a battlefield. If you don't suit up every day, if you don't put on the whole armor every day, if you don't pull out the sword of the Spirit every day, you can't afford to get lax. You can't afford to get laid back. You can't afford to get casual in your walk with Jesus. We are in a battle.